What's going on, everybody? Just a second while I get myself situated in here. If you're watching in the future, just go ahead and fast forward till you get to the content. Just bear with me here as I get myself together. Just check out my audio. Myself situated in here. All right, sounds like I sound good. Sounds like I look and sound good. Yeah, what's going on, Petty Capital? How are you? How are you, Petty Capital? Just going to talk about the markets today, even though the markets were not very exciting at all today. In fact, they were actually quite boring as we had very, very, very small gains today across the board. The only really exciting thing, well, exciting depending on how you take it, was just our continued slide lower and lower in the value of the dollar, which is being represented by the increase in value in the price of gold. Okay. Gold is rising as high as it is because multiple financial institutions around the world are moving from dollar safety into the safety of gold. And that makes a lot of sense for a lot of big companies right now. You're all feeling it in the supermarkets. We're all feeling that shit, man. You know, me and my girl wanted to, me and my lady wanted to eat something that we cooked today, particularly some hamburgers. And as we started putting it together, we realized that it's cheaper to just go to Burger King. You know what I mean? It's cheaper to just to go to Burger King. I'm putting the stuff together. All I literally got was the meat and bread, and I was damn near at $30. You know, obviously I'm picking cuts of meat that are not the cheapest, but I mean, damn, if you want to make food at home, at least get a decent cut, right? Right. So I was very, very disappointed by that. Okay, very disappointed by that. Yes, indeed. But yes, welcome to the chat room. Hopefully, other people will be joining us here soon. I see people watching here on their television, so they can't participate in the chat. But anybody else who's watching, please join in into the chat. Give me your tickers. Obviously, I understand this was not a very exciting day on the market, right? Very exciting day on the market. So I know we don't all have much to talk about, but we'll try to make it as engaging or as exciting as we can make it on such a boring day. Petty Capital, do you have the download that I was providing to everyone last week? Just because I'm doing my best to share new trading strategies that I've been learning here on my show. Well, not on my show, but while I was kind of basically in seclusion, learning different ways to trade. And one of them in particular was probability. So if you don't have that link that I gave out to, I want to say 40 or 50 people last week, I'd like to give you that link so you can download what I sent out and just give me your idea of what you see. You think it's interesting? Do you think that's not really how people should be trading? I would want to know that just because, again, it's something that I'd like to put out there, in a major way. But we're all so tied up in support, resistance, and come to find out, the more and more I was learning about trading, you know, these people who are making millions and millions they're not doing this stuff. They're not doing support. They're not doing resistance. They're not doing looking at the chart and saying this is going here. They're not doing that. They're using algorithms, right? And this was uh, my first step into moving into algorithmic based trading because that's where the future lies for all of us. Not sitting in front of these charts doing this. Yes, we can definitely go ahead and plot trends, but trading by the chart is, man, that's so pre-COVID. That's so pre-COVID. And you're going to have guys who are always going to do well in that aspect, but that's very pre-COVID. That's very pre-COVID. Okay. That's very, very pre-COVID. All right. So shout out to some of you guys there in the background, but y'all not saying nothing, man. Y'all can hear my voice, right? I know y'all can hear my voice because it looks like it's working perfectly, and I got these people watching, but not sure why I don't have people commenting. Look, family, I'm not going to take up your whole night. I know, oh gosh, and I do know who else is streaming tonight. Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is streaming tonight, so I know he's taking up quite a bit of the conversation. All right. Okay. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only one in here because I'm seeing people in here. I'm seeing people in here on the back end. But hey, let's get started. So again, if you haven't looked at that article, I'm going to post it in the chat room one more time because I want everyone to have it because again, probability is the future. Those of you guys who haven't touched sports gambling at all, a lot of that is probability, right? You cannot trade sports or do sports betting on a chart, right? It's probability. And algorithmic based trading is simply probability. That's what it is. They're not looking at the chart and all that stuff. It's probability of certain moves happening in certain stocks. And these computers are able to measure it, to the 10th of a cent. Okay. Obviously, it's different levels of scale and different levels of investment, but all of us here can use that and in ways that make sense for us. And I started that process with this report that I put together over the last 3.5 months or so. Okay, again, very very expensive data in that report. I need to put my name in that shit. Someone just write like, "Oh, you don't have your name in it." I'm like, God damn, you're right. I should put my name in that shit. So once I see it again on Wednesday, if you guys see it again on Wednesday, it'll have my name in it, but you can just use it for now. But then again, this is just one. Yeah, I appreciate you, Juggernaut. This is just one product. As of right now, I have 9 products. Like I have an NVIDIA set up right now. Can I post that real quick? And I'll use the NVIDIA setup because I'm like, do I have that NVIDIA with me right now? Hold on. Might not be in this. Might be in my laptop. Fix ADI, SPX. Just bear with me. I know I have an NVIDIA one. MicroStrategy. I have one for MSTR, but that don't look nice right now. I had one for ARKK. That looked really good. Let me see here. 1 second. Okay, can y'all see that? I had one for ARK. Okay, this is the one that I built for ARK. All right. And I might post this one, but this one is an interesting one. Now, this one, was a weekly. Like I going through all the numbers, I found a weekly win rate, achieving 85.2% win rates over 19. But the problem, see, there were only 19 trading opportunities. That's not enough. Okay, that's not enough for anybody really to trade the strategy. So this wasn't something that I was going to put out there. But uh, basically, you know, if you ever had a weekly decline of over 5% in ARC, right? If you held it for 2 weeks at about 7% below whatever that decline was, you almost had an 85.2% win rate with an average return of 8.4% per trade. When we say 8.4%, that's not return on capital. That's on the um, the price, right? The actual price. Um, so yeah, it's pretty good stuff. And again, I haven't looked at this in a while, so but then again, look at these crazy win rates. 2020, again, you only had 8 possible trades. You won 7 of them. 2021, you had 12 possible trades. You only lost 1. 2022, right, that bear market year, you had 32 possible trades. You won 26 of them for 81%. 2023, 16, lost 2. So I mean, this is something to have in the back pocket if you see ARC pull back. But again, it's not enough trading opportunities. But that's the kind of work. The idea is that that's the kind of mindset I want to start seeing. At least my community start thinking about. Like we have all of this data now, right? Let's use this data, which isn't cheap. I get it. It's not cheap data, but I can provide it to you guys. Okay? You tell me, hey, I need, so and so from 2015 to, and I can get that for you. All right. And then, you know, these powerful LLMs could really look through all of this data to find winning trading opportunities. All right. Finding winning trading opportunities. Let me see here. As I had, let me see. This is the one that I think I made for Amazon. This is an old one. I have updated this one. Okay. Now this one is crazy for Amazon. This one is crazy. All right. This is how leverages Amazon exceptional recovery patterns, finding minor daily declines, achieving win rates of 93 to 98% with over 100 trading opportunities. This one is sick. This one is sick. I really shouldn't even be showing you guys this one, but this one is sick. Win rate 93.3%. All right. The idea is that you're 3% in the money. Right. Here's the trigger. Trigger daily decline of over negative 0.25. Right. Enter the position at market close when Amazon's daily return, open to close, reaches 0.25 or lower. All right, 0.2. I read that sign wrong. I read the greater than, less than wrong. Okay, less than 0.25%. So if it's anywhere between 0 to 0.25, okay, which you're going to get over 100 opportunities a year, right? Captures temporary weakness in Amazon's fundamentals and strong business model. Okay, the idea is that you take up a deep in the money call spread at 3%. Okay, 3% below the market price. Okay, and the idea is that you close the position at the next trading day with a profit target of 60 to 80% of maximum spread value. Okay, here's the win rate. You had in 2017, you had 90 opportunities. You won 90 of those times. 2018, 109 times. You won 97 of those. The idea is that basically when Amazon, has a very boring and slow day, it's still, for whatever reason, the very next day able to, stay above that rate or move up. Okay, and you're able to close that position for a solid gain. Okay, for a solid gain. All right. Again, just putting it out there. But again, I don't want to put all my data out there. I'm being too a little bit, you know, I'm digressing here a little bit. But I just really am so passionate about this right now because this is a fucking game changer, man. This is a game changing way to trade. These motherfuckers on Wall Street have been making a lot of money with algorithmic data because they had the data. We didn't have the data. We didn't have the ability to crush, right? We don't have we didn't have the ability to crush the information like this. Do you already have a bat that is trading for me? Yes. But I don't want to get into that right now. I don't want to get into that right now. But let me show you what I got going because I got an agent. I got an agent. Hold on. Let me open it in a different because I don't want y'all to see my. Okay. But I'm going to show you what my agent is doing. Let me show you real quick. Yes, I'm building an agent right now that's doing that. So I hooked up the agent to massive.com. Massive.com is a huge uh, basically a data provider. Okay. Now I don't want to. Let me see here. So I create my own it's on own calculator. Okay, and it's basically going and connecting from data from massive.com, right? And all of this will change automatically. Right now, this is manual because the market is closed. So say if I were to put in like the market is at 68.50, current price. Let's set it for NASDAQ upside fade. So let's say 69.30. Boom. All right. So it gives me entry triggered. Okay. And then it's going to give me what I need to put in automatically. Okay. It's going to give me what I need to put in automatically and send it straight to the broker. Okay. And this is completely built out. Like I've completely built this out. This is some deep shit, man. I'm telling you guys, I'm working this shit, man. I'm working this shit. I'm working this shit, man. We're gonna figure it all out, guys. We're gonna figure it out because, it's not. And here's the thing: It's more than enough money for everybody. It's more than enough money for everybody. Not everybody's going to be able to use it, right? I mean, I'm probably gonna only put like, at max like 30, 50 people on. But at the end of the day, like, it's more than enough money for everybody, man, when it's in playing this game. What's going on, Jeff? Sorry for the delay in here, guys. I'm seeing your comments, but I don't want to lose my track of mine. You're loud and clear. But anyway, I was trading NASDAQ futures during the Asian session and made over $3,000. No need to get greedy. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's no need to get greedy at all. Look, these markets are going higher. These markets are going higher for the time being, and they're very exciting to trade. Uh, what's the Nasdaq symbol in futures? I know it's not NDX because that's the you know that's the European cash settled version. But isn't it like because I know with it's ES. No, hold on. This is indicators. It's ES for S&P 500, right? But then you guys trade. Where's the Nasdaq? I think it's like N. No, it's NQ. I think. Isn't it like Ford NQ or something like that? Hold on. NQ. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's NQ. Okay. Yeah, it's NQ. Boy, I don't know how. Yeah, see, doing something like this, yeah, you definitely got to put your charts up, boy. Your indicators up. Because I'm looking at it, I don't see shit. Let's go to the 4 hour. Yeah, even the 4 hour looks like trash. All right, give me some tickers, something that you guys are looking at. All right, I was looking at Nvidia today. It's very, very important. This is one of those stocks that, like, you know, this is going to make or break like these next couple months. All right, we're fighting a little bit of resistance here, down here in this between in this gap area here. Is we've got some, buyers willing to step up, but if this breaks lower, man, this could get really ugly. This could get really, really ugly for Nvidia. So, um, resistance is all up here at the 190s. Okay, and in Nvidia, but if they're going to come and provide some support, it needs to come here. Okay, we talk about how resistance eventually becomes support. It was resistance, then it became support. We lost it, but got it back. Lost it, got it back. But again, longer time frame. This is a 4-hour chart. We can go into a daily chart. We'll see if we have the very same thing. But boy, it's gotta make a move here. It fought a nice day today for Nvidia. All right. Well, I don't want to say nice day today because it was red for damn near half the day, and then toward the end they fought back into the green. They fought back into the green. But I'm watching Nvidia because, man, it's saying a lot, and it's not saying a lot of good stuff right now. The stock hasn't gone anywhere since August. Obviously, we did set up a new high up there, but it didn't last. It didn't last. It very well retraced back to a support area, and we've trended since then. Okay. All right. Amazon. You're in Amazon puts. NJ Finance. What are you saying? What are you seeing in Amazon that makes you want to sell here? What are you seeing in Amazon that makes you want to sell here? Because Amazon, you know, it's looking very bullish, man. Amazon's looking very bullish here. You know, Amazon looking very bullish here. Okay. So I'm seeing like, you had a, let me bring this down a little bit. You had major resistance area here, right? With this price area, had a lot of hesitation to break out, not holding it, coming back, testing again, breaking down again. And then now with this candle, right? With this candle setting that buy trigger, actually the buy trigger was set up here. Okay. It I mean, this looks good, man. This is a long here. What you're looking for now, if Amazon sells off, it better bounce off this and then go up. Better bounce off this and go up. Or bounce off that green line here. Let me get rid of that got bounce off here, you know, that super trend green line showing that there's a lot more support for the next long. Okay. Boy, this is ugly. This is not a pretty chart at all. I'm trying to find an example where when it bounces off, there we go. Okay, so let's see here. All right, when it's bouncing, then you get the bounce off the green line, buy signal, bounce off the green line, buy signal. So let's move back. So that's what we'd be looking for in Amazon now is either bouncing off that green line or bouncing to that support area we just looked at. I'm interested in seeing what you saw that was negative about it. NQ, yeah, we looked at NQ. We looked at NQ, NASDAQ 100. Yeah, NQ, VFC. What is this? Who's that? Yeah, I'm not familiar with VFC. Who put that in the chat? VFC user QP3PK. Yeah, not familiar with this company at all. I don't think I've even heard of VFC. Look at a monthly chart. All right, so it looks like a stock that had a really good run, and then I'm not sure what happened here, but things looks like finally turning around after quite a bit. Okay, after quite a bit, still very bearish. All right, you even actually had you know opportunity to short this stock here on that resistance to the trend break. It failed and came back down. So here's the thing: if you're looking at VFC, let's go on a 4 hour. If you're looking at VFC and you're really serious about this, um, damn, it's not telling you to touch it for like, it's going to daily. Yeah, it's not telling you to touch it until it breaks like that higher time frame. Now, basically, what you want to see is it's got to come back here and show that it's going to continue to go higher. But it's going to have to touch that line here sooner than later. And it's not done very. Oh, there you go. So it's done it a couple times. All right, just got to come back and just continue to show that it's got bullish momentum and it's doing well. Yeah. So great job to you, showing us something there. All right. Yeah, I'll give you that Metal Gear surprise because you taught me something new today. VFC, nice going. Oh, formerly Vanity Fair. They own Vans, Timberland, North Face. Okay. All right. Okay. Formerly Vanity Fair. Good brands, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean that's what the show was. I started off the show talking about, and I'm following this trend line in gold here that goes all the way back to, August of last year, and it's just doing so well, man. Gold is looking really well. Beautiful trend line has been holding and hugging very well. I know some guys who got the one that goes all the way down here, but I just feel like this new upside move there that came down in September was a completely new trend line, and I'm going to hug this one just because it's doing so well. And you know, boy, I mean, we're topping out here a little bit, so I'm not saying that this is anywhere in the picture, but it's definitely something to be aware of because for all the runs we have made, right, it can very well come down and touch and find that trend line support, and it's done that a couple times already. Okay, so if I'm you and you're looking to jump on gold, just let it come down a little bit. Just let it come down a little bit, and don't chase this thing. That's how I feel about gold right now. Do not chase this thing. Okay. Silver is really interesting because silver, um, there's a huge, huge, huge shortage of silver, believe it or not. We're actually, because of these data centers, using far more silver now than we are actually getting out of the ground, thanks to years of lack of investment in uh, this product. And there's a shortage of silver right now. There's actually a shortage of silver right now. Now it's not maybe as in demand in the space as say memory, but it definitely has its use. And right now, again, topping out a little bit. Okay, topping out a little bit. I can see a trend line I probably could draw here on this one as well too. And we're on the top. We're topping out a little bit here, but again, that's another one that looks really, really, really good. Okay, really, really, really good. And what I would say is don't get caught up in these like momentary like changes in trend that are not actually changes in trend, but just like momentary profit taking, You've got some people who are up big in here and they're taking a little bit off the table, which is completely reasonable, right? Okay, you look at this, you'd be like, "Oh, trend change." Nope, no, not a trend change again. Momentary profit taking. Trend change. No, momentary profit taking, and these things will just end up creating opportunities for the market, for the price to consolidate, and then find the next leg higher. You know, that's why it's so important to just like zoom out a little bit and see the bigger picture. Just momentary profit taking, next leg higher. All right, momentary profit taking, consolidation. Okay, next leg higher. Momentary profit taking, next leg higher. So it's just you know these things are very impressive. And it's practically impossible to recover all the lost silver that could have been recycled. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Jordan Brilliant. I didn't know that. Is there something about silver that makes it very difficult to recycle? I didn't know that. It's so funny because somewhere on my channel, can't remember the episode, I had a gentleman. He used to take gold out of the old like Pentium threes or something like that. This was maybe 6 years ago. He would meant they were Pentium processors that actually had real gold in them, and he would melt the processors just for the gold. So I've always known that gold was something that people melt down and will take out of all kinds of different products where gold was found. But I never thought about whether or not people did that with silver. So it's very interesting to me that you say that possibly silver may have or may be more difficult to recycle. Someone put a TEM in the chat. All right, TEM not looking so good here. Again, just looking at a long term. This is a 4-hour chart. Spreading the data out here. Obviously, I don't want to look at any 15 or 20-minute or 5-minute charts, as we're not. We're looking for the bigger picture here. Okay. But yeah, okay. I mean, here's one that was very bearish, right? Short signal, obviously short opportunity here. Okay, as it was rejecting. So I'd be interesting to see what it does to some areas of support. You know, that I see here. Okay, that I see here. Okay, and obviously it rejected that area. So if you know, it's got to get back up there if it's really looking to do that or bounce here off that 60, but not looking so good right now. Not looking so good right now, but you've got some, again, it's gotta show that it can get back to at least a support area where there were some buyers here. Because I mean, you break 64.90, you know, it could get. It looks like it could get ugly. Yeah, it looks like it can get kind of ugly. I really like your indicator. It makes it easy to spot bottoms and catch clean dip buys. The green and red colors make the price action much cleaner. Yeah, Jeff, I love Super Trend. I really do like it. Uh, there's a fine. Um, Let me get that video. Fine video that I mean, this is probably the best video that I've ever seen on teaching someone how to use an indicator. Let me find that video real quick. And it is a great video. I want to find that video here in just a second. No, that's not it. Yeah. All right, I got it. Okay, so this is the video. Wonderful video. I've watched this video maybe maybe 100 times, to be honest. Maybe 100 times. I've never seen, besides my indicator videos, like the one I did on RSI, which I believe is still a classic. But anyway, probably one of the best videos on the indicator that I've probably ever seen. Concrete, to the point, well done. Uh, I love that. I love that video. I think you guys are all learn a lot. If you're looking for an indicator, I was looking for an indicator. Even though I'm not going to be trading like this every day, I want to be able to analyze stocks that you guys talk about in a way that will make sense to you. Okay, even though I'm not going to be trading like this any longer, right? I'm all into probability now because that's, yeah. But I want to be able to break down stocks. So don't leave my show now, and watch it, but definitely save that link and go and take a look at what they're teaching there. All right. MSFT. This is another one that I'm looking at. Microsoft, okay? Which I'm seeing some danger signals here. All right. Microsoft has been a big fucking joke. Let me get out of here, nigga, for this one, because this has been a fucking joke.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
This has been a joke, since August. You're looking at a stock that's done virtually nothing since the summer. All right. And it's not looking too good here. I'm actually looking for a short opportunity as we are now, hanging on. This is the 200 EMA, right? This is the 100 or two. This is 200. Yeah, this is the 200 EMA in Microsoft. And we're fighting for our dear life on the 200 EMA. Look at RSI struggling, right? Struggling RSI in Microsoft. Again, this is your Mag 7, right? This is your Mag 7. A big participant in it, by the way. Okay? A big participant in it. Okay? The stock, outperformed the S&P 500 last year. So this is not, one of the sleepy parts of Mag 7. This was definitely a participant, but not looking so good here. Again, here's another one that, there's some shorting opportunities here if we don't get back to some support. All right, we don't break through some resistance here, which I can see, very, very clearly here. I mean, we don't break through some resistance here quickly, okay? This could get ugly. So I'd love to see one more attempt in Microsoft. Otherwise, it breaks lower and we just kind of keep going down. All right. Otherwise, it breaks lower. But one more attempt. I wouldn't short until I get one more attempt. Okay. Because I'd love if I was short like up here at 477, 478. Then we could say, okay, this is a failed attempt. Let's hold a short position. But now I'm looking, you're at 475. If you're a short here, you can get squeezed $3 before it breaks down again. Are you willing to be down $3 to $4? So I would. Microsoft is actually a very, very healthy short here, but I would wait for the retest. Okay. All right. So here's the 4 hours. So the 4 hour actually shows a buy, but again, if we get a retest, one more retest. All right, and it's up there too. It's almost $20 high, but One more retest. And it don't even have to go up that high. We just looking at 470, 487, 485. And then we get that failed break. Okay. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but just want to show you what I'm thinking of. Here's Iran. All right, Iran is looking really. Iran's not too bad here. This is the one that's again setting up for setting up for. Okay, looking good here. It's got to stay above that level now. It's got to stay above that level. If you get a nice bar here higher, you get a nice bar here higher, like even if it gets to like the 51, 51.50, I would ride that. I would ride that 51, 51, 51, even 51.50. But boy, you better set your stop loss at, 48. Anything below 48, and I'm out of there. All right, because it has an issue. Okay, it does have a little bit of issue above here. All right, above 52, 53, but you're right where it needs to be. I mean, look at that. So it can do some things if buyers show up. Definitely do some things if buyers show up. Whoever a user is, yeah. Love to see buyers show up here. Okay. So yeah, I'm a buyer at 51. I'm a seller at 47. Okay. I'm a buyer at 51. I'm a seller at 47 in Iran. Okay. This is another one, a stock that, you know, again, massive wave higher. Look at this. Look at this beautiful wave higher here, man. Again, using that indicator to find support, coming back, finding support, a little bit of resistance. Okay, a little bit of resistance here at 48. Came back. Here, boom, buy signal again. All right, buy signal. Nice run up. Come back, retouch support. Buy signal. Okay, then it dropped support. And as you can see here, once it dropped support, it became a sell. Because the indicator tells you, oh, just broke support. And then look at these failed attempts to regain at the support level, right? Short opportunity, short opportunity, short opportunity. And let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. But if this breaks higher to 51, boy, I'm riding it. I'm riding it. Where do you get this? In Trading View. It's called Super Trend. It's in Trading View. It's called Super Trend. Again, watch that video that I put in the chat room if you plan on using it. Okay, if you plan on using it, it's been a complete game changer. And like, here's the thing: I'd always knew about the Super Trend indicator, but I was just, you see it around, see people use it and stuff. But man, it's very common sense. It incorporates a lot of things which is, it's got RSI in it. It's got a whole bunch of other little things in it. Uh, but boy, does it able, particularly for guys who, whether you're looking at day trade or swing trade. Me more interesting in swing trading because that's where the money is. Okay, that's where the money is. The money is in the multiple day setups. Love 15, love 20 minute, but rarely have I seen guys buy homes and cars who day trade, but I do know a lot of guys who bought homes and cars who hold stocks for more than a day. It's right in TradingView. Just look up Super Trend, and then you're gonna get the one that's provided by. You're gonna get the one that's provided by TradingView, and then you're gonna get the other one, which is the same setup, but he puts the buy and sell on there by a user by the name of Kivon C. Oblick. Okay, Kivon C. Oblick, or it starts with a Kivan. Kivan. Get his, and then get the one that's made by TradingView too. And then I activate both of them at the same time, so it just gives me a brighter one. Okay. And just in case his disappears, I did get the source code just in case something happens to his account or whatever. I'll rebuild it. But yeah, you can open up a text file, copy the source code, and put it in, and just save it just in case anything happens. All right. And of course, if you ever want to build your own indicator, all right, ChatGPT can build you a indicator on TradingView. Okay, because ChatGPT does write PineScript. Okay, which is the language that TradingView uses. Sprout Farmers Market. Who brought that up? This is a while ago here. Anthony Smith. If you're still in the chat, Anthony Smith, I'm looking at your ticker, SFM. I got 159 people in here? Hey, man, y'all better be saying something, man. Y'all in here watching me and not saying nothing. SFM, Sprouts Farmers Market. Okay? Sprouts Farmers Market. All right. Trend failure here. Here's your short opportunity on the trend failure. Change of trend failure, excuse me. Change of trend failure. And here's the thing. If you didn't short this, the idea is what you would look for is an opportunity of a retest of support. And you never got it. So, I mean, you would just be guessing. But this is basically what you're going to be trying to recover here. And this looks like it's just not doing it anytime soon. But if you're looking for SFM as it, right now, just kind of going sideways, you got probably some accumulation. You still got a ton of sellers there, keeping that selling pressure low. But look at RSI showing that there's accumulation happening, right? It's going to cross that 50 RSI and it's going to pop back up. Now you got to see if, this is kind of wild here. It's almost $90 here. So obviously it's got to get there, but it's got to, of course, show that, it's got more than enough to break through 83 as well. Because if it hits 83 and fails, yeah, there's another shorting opportunity. Okay. Here's another shorting opportunity. But what happened there? What happened to short? I mean, this thing fell off a cliff. This thing fell off a cliff. Yeah, it's pulled all the way back, man. This is complete disaster.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That is terrible. Somebody give me a stock that's running that I wouldn't know about. Does anybody have anything like that in here? A stock that's running that I don't know about. Who's still sleeping on my Galliano Gold? Whoever was in here, I'm telling you, Galliano Gold, man. When we hit $10, don't say anything. When we hit $10 on Galliano Gold, GAU, okay? Here's another one we've been looking at. We got the breakout. There was a little bit of resistance at 261. Came back. We lost it. I mean, this stock really lost it. And again, momentary profit taking. Okay, don't get lost in momentary profit taking. That is not a change in direction. But Galliano Gold here, if you're looking to pick this up, now you're going to wait for the retest of support. So let it, maybe come back to 260, 265, somewhere around there. And then let's get that next leg higher. Okay. But as you can see, it doesn't run too very far. It's got to come back and find some kind of support. All right. So Galliano, shout out to Galliano Gold, GAU. This is those small miners. So are you sleeping on NIO? Let's take a look. NIO, wow. No, I'm definitely not sleeping on it, man, because I'm not seeing I'm looking at the ticker now. I'm not seeing anything nice. Again, it's got a sell on it right now. Okay. Couldn't hold support. Now you're fighting for 437. Oh, Lord. Nope, I don't see it. Even here, I mean, man, it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. NIO's not looking so good. Let's take a look. Not looking so good. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Now this is what I like.
Who's that Pokemon?
Yeah. Who's that Pokemon? Why are you running like this? Yeah. This is impressive. Yeah. This is impressive, bro.
Bruh.
I'll give you Funk Flax Max for Bob. Shout out to Dave for that one, man. One more for that one, man. Yeah, not familiar with the stock, but again, penny stock, Troops, not familiar with the company at all. Small market cap here, $500 million. Definitely, clearly overbought here, but hey, oh, here's another one. Okay, topping out a little bit. Okay, at some recent tops. All right, recent tops again. Man, look, we're all looking at the same charts, man. Very toppy. Look at that. See, nobody wants to get killed first. That's why. Nobody wants to get killed first. And nobody wants to be a bag holder. So it's going to be interesting to see. But this is another stock that's got to sell. You got to see some guys take some profits here and then find some kind of support here as the indicator is going to update itself over the next couple of days and figure out where, it can come and bounce off of. Because it's just going to find, what it's going to do is it's going to find some levels here where it can bounce off of. Okay. But boy, man, what a beautiful setup here. Obviously, here's the consolidation, topped off. Okay, then you found buying opportunity. Here's that big candle above resistance. Buying opportunity. Boom. Here's another one. Boom. That's a nice move, man. That's a beautiful move. But yeah, you're way overbought now. But again, man, great play. Great play.
Supreme victory.
Love it. Love it. But yeah, you'd be completely chasing now. You'd be completely chasing now. we've been following RTX on the show here. RTX, I mean, you know, RTX looks unstoppable, man. RTX looks unstoppable. This is insane, man. I think 200 might be here. Now let's see if RTX next couple of days is going to be very important. But I'd love to see it, hold 191 over the next 2-3 days. At the worst 185. I wouldn't mind selling some, doing a deep in the money put spread below, 185 if this thing is for real. A call spread, excuse me, below, you know, even probably below 180, because I think we could sit here for a little while, you know, or just sit on top. But this looks good, man. RTX looks really, really good. RTX looks really, really good. But again, I do, because it hasn't came back to that 200. It's really holding. Buy signals have been very, very strong, and it looks really good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, please like the live. Please like the live. I appreciate all you guys. Press like on the live, right? Press like on the live if you can right now if you're listening today.
Monster kill, 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 kill.
Press like on the live right now. Okay. Let me get a few other tickers we were looking at here. Let me get my notepad out. Okay, so yeah, we did look at General Dynamics. Here's another one that looks really good. General Dynamics, you know, 4-hour chart looks really good. Here's a beautiful swing. I mean, look at this beautiful swing above this 200 moving average again. Very bullish. And then you're seeing again hugging, you know, never closing beneath the indicator, never closing beneath it, just saying, hey, this is accumulation, accumulation, accumulation. Holding, never closing. Okay, never closing, remaining bullish. Beautiful buy signal. Okay, momentary. This is not a change in trend. Only only profit taking. Profit taking. Now looking for the next leg higher, right? Looking for that next leg higher. Momentary profit taking, next leg higher. This is General Dynamics. Not the cheapest stock in the world. There's maybe some better, cheaper options out there, as we just talked about, but that's another one that looked really, really good that I have on a watch list. Um, this is another defense contractor, but I don't know too much about them. And yeah, this trend, this kind of is all over the place. LDOS. Is it LDOS? HRI. Yeah, this is okay. So Huntington Ingalls. This is another defense contractor that has a huge contract to build aircraft carriers for the United States. This is like basically the only company that basically can build aircraft carriers for the United States. And I believe we do have 3 orders right now. Yeah, this is this, bro. Look at this. This thing is going straight up. This thing is going straight up. $15 billion company. Yeah, this needs to be on your watch list. But again, can we please get some profit taking here? I mean, I want to be a part of this, but this thing is just running away with it. I've been watching, hopefully looking for a return back to the lower threes, but I don't think I'm going to get it. I don't think I'm going to get it, family. But yeah, that's another, you know, government contractor that I want a piece of. But this one's just way up there right now. And I'll be holding bags, trying to chase this one right now. I would love just a beautiful pullback to get back. Even if I can get 350, it would be nice. 375 would still be a little bit too high. But bro, come back a little bit. You know, let me give you another one.
Who's that Pokemon?
Yeah. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Are you guys following what's going on in Iran right now? Whew. Bro, there's so much propaganda right now in Iran, and I want to let you guys know a lot of those videos coming out of Iran. It's a lot of fake shit, man. It's a lot of fake shit. It's a lot of three-letter agencies in there. Um, I'm not a fan because I voted for this guy thinking that he's going to get us out of these quote unquote stupid wars, and now he's completely turned his back against his own word, and he's just, I don't know, man. I just feel like after 35 years of fighting wars in the Middle East for that country over there that starts with an I feel like we haven't learned our lesson, man. It's sad we have not learned our lesson. We don't have our infrastructure in America sucks. We don't have healthcare sucks. Education sucks. And we're fighting for these people out there who got free education, they got free healthcare. We're fighting all these wars for them. Our deficit is out of control. We have a government that's printing money. Now we're talking about Greenland. I mean, it's just, you know, Democrats, Republicans, it's who's working for us? Who's working for us, man? You know, who's working for us? And it's so sad that now we've got to all become traders. If we got people who don't know anything about trading but have to trade, have to get into the space because you're not going to make it if you're not doing this. If you're not putting your money to work somehow, you're not going to survive because they're just deflating your dollar away. You know what I'm saying? They're deflating your dollar away. There's nothing you can do. You got to save in gold just to get by now. Hmm? I think that's the one thing they'll look back on us as a generation and say, like, how did we allow the government just to print away our wealth like this? This is crazy, man. It don't make no damn sense. And you go on X, formerly known as Twitter, and it's like, oh man, look at the Iranian women are so hot. They're so hot. Like, bro, that's how they're selling the war to us as Iranian women are hot. That's not a reason to sell our grandchildren's future because Iranian women are hot. They're talking about, well, if we get rid of these, Islamists over there, we'll be able to go over there and sleep with the women. And if you saw these over these last 2 days, everybody on X was doing what? They were posting pictures, well, not everybody, but these, propaganda accounts that are more than likely controlled by the CIA and three-letter agencies. They were basically posting pictures of unveiled, uh, Iranian women. Like, look how they look. Look at their eyes. Look at their face. Oh, they're so beautiful. You know what I mean? Like pandering to the gooner mindset. Because they know a lot of guys today, they've got no ambition. They've got no desire to actually like accomplish anything in life, just to sit at home, beat their meat, not go to work, You know, they know a lot of these young guys in their 20s are complete losers now. They know, man. So to get you to support and buy in, I'm going to sell what I know already motivates you. Beautiful women. Hey, look at this beautiful piece of Iranian booty you might be able to get if you get down with this. Knowing damn well your ass can't afford to go over there. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bruh. It's crazy. You know, let's keep it real, Trump. You support what I'm talking about.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. You know what I'm saying? Well, folks, we don't want to keep it too long. Again, it was a relatively uneventful day in the markets. But boy, it's good to always see our positions continue to creep higher. But there's clearly some danger out there to be seen. And we've got to pay attention to it, man. When I look at Microsoft, when I look at Meta, when I look at Nvidia, I'm just seeing hopefully stocks that again have ran pretty high and they're just tired. And what we're seeing is other stocks participate, but I mean, this could be danger signs, man. Because these are the stocks that took us here. Let's keep it a buck. You know, these are the stocks that took us here. So if they're not doing well, that says something. Okay? That says something. So I think we should all be very, very, very careful over the next couple months, next couple weeks, really. Because I think, this here's the SPY looking very healthy. I can't deny that. All right. S&P 500 is looking very healthy. Okay. Looking very healthy. But I could see a 7% correction here. You know, let's see. Let's see. All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for watching. Chat is being very quiet right now. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll be back here on Wednesday. Hopefully we get some, more aggressive price action over the next couple of days. We'll talk a little bit more about my trading strategy. We'll go over more of your stocks. I appreciate everybody who's joining. Thank you for following. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on X. All right. If you're not a subscriber, please click subscribe on the video right now. If you're not a subscriber, click subscribe on the video right now. I appreciate that. Okay. Click subscribe on the video right now if you're not a subscriber. Okay. Join in on the fun. And that's all we need, man. Just continue to grow the community and get the video out there. Again, I'm feeling really energized. I'm back. I haven't been that consistent as I was last week in a long time. So we're just going to continue to stay consistent, continue to push out episodes, and make this money this year, man. We're going to be staying on top of this every single day that I go live. All right? Let's accomplish our goals for 2026. If you've got a money goal, let's accomplish that in 2026. You want to end 2026 with 50,000, 100,000? I truly believe that could be accomplished. I really do. I really, really do. If the work is put in. All right. Any last thoughts, please leave in the comments. Again, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. I will talk to you guys on Wednesday. Tomorrow is another trading day.